Hello, good evening. Hello. Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, madam. Good evening, madam.
Hello.
Hello, madam. We can hear.
Ari. Okay. So then here this is the syllabus. Okay, so you just check. We have completed unit 1. Okay, I have shared with you two PPs, PowerPoint slides, but within these two slides, we have completed all these topics. Just check for a while. Okay, you can leisurely check it. So today we are moving to second unit, education in the social context. Okay, we will start it. Let me share it. Hi. Okay, so this is what we are going to start today. Education as a social subsystem, classification of agencies of education, formal and informal, schools as agents of education, home as an agency of education, role of education as an instrument of social change, non-formal agencies. Okay, these are the areas which we are going to do today. Okay, just read. Okay, education as a social subsystem. So, in the field of sociology, uh, social system is a complex one. Society is a complex one. So, in that society, there is a network of independent parts. Okay, in one society, there are independent sections, but they work together to maintain stability and achieve certain social goals. Okay, so in society there are many institutions. In simple way, there are many institutions, organizations, groups, individuals. They are there. Okay, here the title is education as a social subsystem. A subsystem is simple and smaller. Okay, that is some sort of specialized system within a large one. Okay, so there are individual organization institutions, but they are interconnected with and influenced by broader social system. Okay, here what you need to do is in society, there are independent parts, independent institutions. And we'll see. Education as a social subsystem. Okay, so here we are talking about education, educational sociology. So, education is also a social subsystem. Education is an important part of any society. Okay, so then education uh, contributes a lot to the function of society as a whole. So, modern day, every society, there is a place for education. Next one. Okay, you better read. Okay, interdependence. What is that? Okay, interdependence. So, when we take education separately, it's not something isolated. Education is not an isolated one because it is connected with other social institutions, just like education and family, education and economy, education and government, education and legal system, all are interconnected. Therefore, education is not isolated. So then when we take economy, it requires educated workers. Okay, so then government needs to make educational policies, and family, they support their children's education. So accordingly, the government and even economy, home or else families, they are interconnected. Okay, read. Education performs several key functions for society. So education plays several key functions. So now we are going to understand what are those key functions. Okay, just read. Okay, we'll understand here. Education performs several key functions. Okay, now we are going to understand what key functions are played by education. So, first one is socialization. So, in socialization, education plays a major role. So, education transmits the norms, values, beliefs, and knowledge of a society to its members. Okay, so think about your society. There are certain norms, values, belief, and knowledge. So then you transmit that knowledge to the members of society through education. And while transmitting this knowledge, you maintain cultural continuity and social cohesion. Next one, training and skill development. Okay, training and skill development prepare individuals for their roles. Okay, so then trainings are very, very important. So then, through training only, the people get to know their positions, and then trainings will supply necessary skills and knowledge to contribute to the economy. Okay, training and skill development. So in training and skill development, education plays a major role. Next one. Here you can't see, I suppose. Yeah, wait. Yeah. So then in the earlier slide, we got to know certain uh, roles played by education, socialization, training and skill development. Next, social mobility. Okay, so we have spoken about it actually. Education plays a major role in social mobility. I explained you the poor people came to the upper class level, and upper people they went down. And there are things like that happen. That is due to education. Then selection and allocation. Uh, Education helps to identify individuals for different roles, and then we position those individuals according to their abilities and qualifications. Then social control. So in controlling society, education plays a major role. Okay, so here you got to know education performs several key function in society: socialization, training and skill development, social mobility, selection and allocation, social control. Right. There are some more, you just read. I hope you are reading. So, education is a subsystem of society and it has its own structures. Education has its own structures. See example, schools and universities, they are there, you know. These are formal organizations. And then curriculum, the content and methods of teaching and learning, that is curriculum. Teachers and students, educational policies and regulations. Okay, we'll go. If you have a doubt, you can ask, okay? Okay, just read. Yes, did you finish reading? Okay, the education, as I told you earlier, is a subsystem. And this particular subsystem is shaped by broader social context. This broader social context are factors like social class, race, gender, and cultural values. And these things can influence access to education. Hi. Okay. So then now we will take some wordings there. Impact on society. And education has a significant impact on society. Okay, so education can influence economy, social progress, and the overall quality of the society. The overall quality of the society depends on education. If you have a doubt, you can ask questions. Okay, next. Hari, before we move to that topic, now you just tell me whether you understood this topic. Education as a social system. So, education is a subsystem. It has many connections with uh, a complex society. Okay, next we have to start with the classification of agencies of education, formal and informal. Okay, you just read. Okay. Classification of agencies of education, formal and informal. So that is our next topic. So there are agencies of education. So agencies of education can be divided into two as formal and informal. Okay, here you can see formal education. So formal education is well structured, organized type of learning, but that took place in designated institute, very recognized institute like schools, colleges, universities. And those institutions, they have curriculum, they have their goals. Okay, all these things are there. Okay, so what you need to remember is there are many agencies of education, but basically they can be divided into two as formal and informal education. Okay, I hope you understand. If you have a doubt, you can ask. See the example. Okay, so here there is an example. Here this example is related to government school in Sri Lanka. So in government schools in Sri Lanka, there is a national curriculum. And then entering university degree programs. And then participating in a vocational training, VTA, we say course at technical college. Okay, so that is formal education. Now we'll see what informal education is. Informal education. You have to read and understand. So informal education always happens outside the formal setting. Okay, that is happening outside the formal setting. And informal education is always unintentional. Spontaneous. Spontaneous means without an effort and occurs through everyday experiences, interactions, and observations. So, informal education is very spontaneous and unintentional. It can happen at anywhere, anytime. See the example, learning about cultural traditions from family members at home. And then developing social skills through interactions with peers. Then acquiring acquiring practical skills like cooking or gardening through observation. So we get to know how to cook. That is not attending cookery classes. There are some students who attend cookery classes, but we can cook because that is through observation. We might have seen how our mothers are cooking, just like that. Okay. What happened? Classification of agencies of education, formal and informal. Am I going the other way? Same topic, is it twice? No, Hari. Yeah, just read. Let me check whether it is the same thing here. No, Hari. Okay. Okay. A classification of agencies of education. So, there are two types, formal education and informal education. Okay, this term classification of agencies of education, it's a big term and it refers to systematic categorization of the various social institutions. Okay, so then at the same time, so these are actually different ways, methods that individual learn and acquire knowledge. And we'll go to the next one, formal education. Formal education, I explained earlier also, ne? So it is well structured, well organized, and it's very systematic. So then structured, organized, and systematic learning occurs uh, under formal education. So these are well-established institutions. For an example, examples for formal education, schools, colleges, universities. You can take them as examples. And these institutions, they cover prescribed curriculum. They follow prescribed curriculum. And they have identified prescribed learning objectives. And this formal education ultimately leads students for qualifications. Next one, that is formal education. Hari. So these are the key characteristics of formal education. See. Here you can see key characteristics of formal education. Okay, let me check. Yeah, formal education. So under formal, we can see well-structured curriculum. So there are well-structured curricula. Then institutional setting. So there should be well designed educational institutions. Hierarchical structure. So under formal education, there is a hierarchical structure. Okay, so these are some characteristics of formal education. If you have a doubt, you can ask. And then if you have some other opinion, then even then you can talk. And there are some more characteristics. See. Oh my God, something happened. I don't know what happened. Honey. Okay, now once again we are back with the lesson. Yeah. Credentialing, time-bound, standardized evaluation. Yes. And some other characteristics of formal education is uh, credentialing. What is the meaning of credentialing? So after formal education, the results is visible as awarding diplomas, degrees, or other credentials. Okay, credentialing. So this what students learn that is awarded with a diploma, awarded with a degree. And formal education is always time bound. So there is a time frame. A degree 3 year, special degree 4 year, just like that. Okay. Then standardized evaluation. So we were talking about other things, but ultimately we have to go for evaluation also. And then students' evaluation is also very, very standard under formal education. Hi. See the examples. Okay, here examples are here. Primary and secondary schools are examples for formal education. Colleges and universities, vocational training centers, professional development programs. All these are examples for a formal education. Okay, did you get an idea about formal education? Yes or no? Yes, formal education. Okay, do you have doubts about formal education? Are you feeling sleepy? Why are you silent then? Did you get an idea about formal education? Okay, then we have to go for informal education. Just see. Okay, with your knowledge about formal education, you can read informal education. Then easily you can compare both. So, informal education is a lifelong process because even though we stop formal education at certain point, informal education will not be over until we die. So, that is the nature. And informal education is always spontaneous without an effort. Okay, so informal education is lifelong and it is spontaneous and it's not well structured, it is unstructured. And then there's no proper curriculum for informal education, maybe based on everyday experiences. Okay, now anyhow, we'll see key characteristics of informal education. Here there are two. One is unstructured learning. Okay, unstructured learning, informal education, and experimental learning. That is also they are under informal education. Harry, next, read this. Okay, here, lifelong process that you know already, self-directed learning. So then informal learning, actually the teacher, maybe a school classroom teacher will initiate teaching, but under informal learning, under self-directed learning, actually the individual students, they initiate formal learning, not the teacher. Non-credentialed, so then after formal education, certificates are awarded, medals are given, but non formal education is not like that. So even though a student gets 9 A's, 3 A's at the A level, so it is not credential. Sorry, formal education, we know O level, A level exams, so they are credential. The certificates are issued. So O level certificate and A level certificate. But informal education, we can't see certificates just like O level, A level. For an example, we'll say you got to know how to stitch dresses from your mother, from your grandmother, but they are not issuing you certificates. So, informal education is non-credential. Then, contextual learning. Okay, so then here the learning occurs within a specific context. Okay, very specific social or cultural context. Here, see the examples. Okay, so here examples. Hope you read these examples. Learning from family and friends. So that is coming under informal education. Acquiring skills through hobbies or personal interest. Okay, so we acquire knowledge like that also. That is informal. Gaining knowledge through travel or cultural experiences. So, uh, by traveling also we can get experience. So that is not formal education. Learning through media such as books, newspapers, or the internet, that is not formal education. That is informal education. Observing and imitating others. So that is also informal education. Yes. Hi. Now we have, by this time you have studied formal education and informal education. Now we are going to compare and contrast these two. Just see. Okay. Comparison and contrast. When we compare and contrast the structure, we can see formal education is highly structured, well structured, but informal education is unstructured. So that is one difference. Setting. So when it comes to setting, formal education occurs in institutions just like school, colleges, universities, whereas informal education occurs in various settings at any place. And then control. Formal education is teacher centered, while informal education is learner centered. So that is also a significant feature. Then, okay, see this also. Okay, so here you can see I have highlighted it. Evaluation, when it comes to evaluation, uh, formal education uses standardized assessment, just like test. So it's very standard. While informal evaluation relies on self-evaluation or observation. Okay, formal education is having well standard evaluation system, but informal education does not. So then credential, actually formal education consists of credentialing, but informal education does not. I hope these matters are clear to you, even though you are silent. If they are not clear, actually you can put a message into chat box. Honey. Importance of an interplay. Okay, that means actually we cannot say formal education is the most important thing. We don't want informal education. There's no thing like that. Both are needed actually. They together work. Okay, just read. Did you read it? Okay, we'll see importance and interplay. So, when we take a person, you can take yourself. So, then you can understand formal and informal education both play an important roles in individuals' development. Formal education actually provides foundation of knowledge and skills. But while informal education allows for continuous learning and adaptation. Okay, so there we can understand both are equally important. So to have the foundation of knowledge, we need formal education. But for continuous learning and adaptation, for that actually we need informal education. And earlier we studied informal education is lifelong, and that is really needed for people to acquire new knowledge and skills. So just imagine what will happen if we all read books only for the exams. We read books for the exam, but even after the exam, we read. That is not to pass exams, but still we read. This kind of informal education. Here. Okay, we'll see a socialization. Both formal and informal education contribute to socialization. Socialization means to transmit cultural values and norms to other people, new generation. Then holistic development. Holistic means the whole. In Sinhala we call samasta. For the holistic development, the both formal and informal learning experiences are needed. Okay, so holistic development cannot be achieved only through formal education or only through informal education. Both are equally needed. Hari, in the context of Sri Lanka, so now we have to look at Sri Lanka. See, okay, so here you can see in Sri Lanka, we can see both formal and informal education system function. So there is a well-established formal education system in Sri Lanka. At the same time, there is a rich informal education system also. You just imagine for a while how many things you learned outside the school. They all come under informal education. So to understand the educational landscape of Sri Lanka, you have to understand both formal and informal education systems in Sri Lanka. Hari, okay, so this is another section. Yeah, just see. Okay, classification of agencies of education. That's what we did. Okay, do you have any questions? Let me check whether I have some questions prepared for you. Not that. Wait, 1 minute. Hari, okay. Okay, if you have questions, you can ask. No, it is not like that. What is that? Hari, okay. So, if you have questions regarding what we discussed, please ask questions. If not, we can start this. Okay, no questions. It means you understood. Hi. Now we are moving to the other topic school as agents of education, home as an agency of education. First, we'll take schools. Okay, let's Shirley read. Okay. Okay. Schools as agents of education. So, as this is in under this syllabus, we have to study, otherwise, you know these things. Because school is playing a very important role in education, and school shape individuals and society actually. uh, Schools are designed to give formal education. They impart knowledge skills, values to students, and structured environment within a structured environment. So then there is a well structured environment in school. There is a starting time, closing time, tea break, lunch break, just like that here. Okay, so school is playing multifaceted roles. That means there are many roles played by school. So one is knowledge and skill acquisition. School. So then school consists of a well-structured curriculum for each and every subject, and they supply a broad foundation of knowledge. I mean, this well-structured curriculum supply a very good foundation of knowledge and skills, that is both for personal and professional development. Okay, then instructional method. So then in school system actually informal education in school teachers are the ones using instructional methods. And teachers use diverse instructional methods to facilitate learning. Okay, we know there are students with different learning styles, so teachers have to use different teaching style. And then school provides a wealth of learning resources. Libraries are there, laboratories are there, technology, multimedia, material, all these facilities are there in school. Okay. Socialization and cultural transmission. Hari. Okay, so then let me check how many slides are here. Just want to do some changes actually. Because I am explaining and you are at your end. I don't know what you people are doing. Okay. We'll do something different just to break the monotony. And yeah, let me check. Give me 1 minute. I'll come to you. Give me a few minutes. I am searching for some questions. Annie, okay. Yeah, wait. Answers are highlighted, then you will not having anything to answer. Wait. That is actually, wait. That is, And we'll do something like this. And let me share them. Okay, hope you can see this. We'll see the answers. And here, which of the following best defines sociology of education? You just find the answer A, B, C, D. Which one is correct? Which of the following best defines sociology of education? Yeah, what is the answer? You
Answer
just
C.
put the answer into chat box or you can orally tell it.
Answer C.
Answer C is the correct one. Correct. I am doing these things to remind what we did and just to break the monotony. Here also say answer C is the correct one. Here. Which of the following is not a key social factor influencing access to education?
Gender.
Gender. Correct. Correct. It's gender. In the past, actually, it was a matter, but not today. Huh? What is that? It is wrong. Which of the following not a key social factor influencing access to education? Yes, correct. Nedha, we are wrong. Gender is a social factor, but intelligence is not a social factor, that is individual. Did you understand it? Honey, we'll go to the next one. Yes. How does education perpetuate social? Oh, so. Honey, how does education perpetuate social inequality?
Answer C.
Through tracking systems that place students in different academic level based on perceived ability. Is that so? Think for a while. Yeah, we'll try for some more time.
Answer B.
Answer B. Is that so? How does education perpetuate social inequality? By providing equal opportunities for all, by ensuring that everyone receives the same education, uh, through tracking systems that place students in different academic level based on uh, perceived ability by eliminating the achievement gap between different groups of students. Yes, what is the correct answer? Yes, one is telling B, C, other one is telling what? Honey, see the answer here. Answer C. What you told is correct actually. Through tracking systems that place students in different academic levels based on perceived ability. Harry, we'll go to the next one. Harry, what is cultural capital? I don't know whether you can remember.
Answer B.
Answer B. It should be the correct one actually. Here, there's no doubt. This should be the correct one. Honey, we'll see. Honey, next one, number 5. Sure. Honey, how can education contribute to social change?
Answer B.
Answer B. Once again, answer B is the correct one. Honey, here, which of the following is not a key element of the formal structure of school? One more answer is missing. Which of the following is not a key element of the formal structure of school?
Answer C.
Which of the following is not a key element of a formal structure of school?
Answer B.
Answer B. Some are telling answer C. Here, answer A. Why answer A is correct? Which of the following is not a key element? Student subcultures, they are there in school, but it's not something a key element of formal education. Whether they are student subcultures or not, school plays a major role. Here.
Answer B.
What is the hidden curriculum? The implicit lessons taught in schools, such as schools, norms, and expectation. Yes, correct. Here.
Answer A.
What is meant by culturally responsive teaching? Yes. Answer A should be the correct answer. Oh, answer B. No. That is another one. My God. A hidden curriculum. Answer B you told. Even I feel answer B is correct. Let's see. Yes, answer B is correct. Number 8.
Answer B.
culturally responsive teaching, adapting teaching methods and materials to meet the diverse needs and learning style of students. Correct. Here. Which of the following is an example of how education can mitigate social inequality?
Answer B.
Yes. Yes, answer B should be the correct one. Harry. Number 10. How does social capital impact educational attainment?
Answer D.
By having no significant impact on education. How does social capital impact? You mean answer D. You'll see. By providing students with valuable network of relationship and connection. Yes, correct. Then number 11. You are telling the answer. What is the relationship between sociology and education?
Answer C.
Answer C. Correct. Answer C should be the correct one. Answer, was it visible?
Answer C.
Yes. Which of the following is not a social dimension of teaching and learning? Peer interactions, teacher student relationship, classroom climate, cultural values. Yes, correct. Correct. What is the scope of educational sociology?
Answer B.
What is the, yeah. It encompasses a wide range of topics, including access to education, social stratification, and the impact of culture on learning. Correct. But we did now. Today we did these things. And how can school play a role in mitigating the impact of cultural and social capital?
Answer D.
How can school play a role in mitigating the impact of cultural and social? By initiating access to certain educational opportunities
Answer
for
B.
students. Answer B, you mean, huh? By creating inclusive and equitable learning environment that value diversity. Yeah, correct. Answer B is the correct one. Yes. Which of the following is not a factor influencing the social organization of school? Somewhat tough.
Answer B.
Yes. Answer C.
Different opinions are there. Which of the following is not a factor influencing the social organization of school? School size and type. We'll say. Answer B. Individual students' preferences. Individual students' preferences. That is the answer. Number 16. C.
Answer B.
Answer B should be the correct one, no doubt. Number 17. What is the role of education in social mobility? What we learned today actually.
Answer B.
Can serve as a pathway to social. Yeah, that is very easy. Yes. Which of the following is not a key element of cultural capital?
Answer B.
Yes. Material possession. Number 19.
Answer C.
Answer C. How can school addresses the challenges of education inequality by ensuring equal access to quality education and yes, correct. Answer C. Last one may be number 20.
Answer B.
Answer B. Yes. What is the role of education addressing the pressing social issues? Education can play a crucial role in correct. Answer B is the correct one. There are many more. Number 21. Go.
Answer B.
Answer B, correct. How can peer interaction influence learning?
Answer C.
Yes, correct. Both positive and negative peer interactions, correct.
Answer B.
And advocate for change. What is the role of education in promoting social change?
Answer B.
Yeah, wait. Oh, correct. Answer B. Here, how can school create more inclusive learning environment?
Answer B.
By tracking students based on their academic performance? Yes. No, answer
Answer
C.
C.
By valuing diversity and creating a sense of belonging for all students. Now we have to go this way. Yeah, wait. Here. Number 25. What is the impact of cultural capital in student learning?
Answer B.
Answer B. Correct. No doubt. Answer B. Hari. Okay, that's all. We'll go to essay type of questions also. How many minutes we are having? We are having 10 minutes. We'll go back to the lesson. What we were doing? We did these things. These things. Here. Factors influencing school as agent of education. Okay, just read it. Factors influencing schools as agent of education. So school is coming under formal education. So there are certain factors which influence school. What are they? Quality of teachers. That is a main factor actually. And then no need of explaining, I suppose, curriculum and resources. And then school leadership, head of the school, maybe principal. So these things affect, influence school as agent of education. There are some more, I think, had here. Yes, parental involvement is also a matter which affect the school system. Hari. Then community engagement. And community engagement, it also affect if you can't understand actually community, that is not a tough thing to understand. So then there are uh, people from society actually, the community that actively engage in school matters. And so they may donate certain things, the resources, support. Next, just read. Schools are essential agent of education. You know how important schools are in the field of education. So education provide knowledge to the students, and schools socialize students, and yeah, that ultimately contribute to the personal development. And then school make people ready for the workforce. Okay, so I'm not explaining, because when you read these things you can understand very easily. As a whole, under formal education, school is playing a major role. School is very, very important. අපි home එක next week එකේ කරමු. Okay, so then we have completed today. Let me tell you. හරි. Education as a social subsystem we completed. Classification of agencies of education, formal and informal, we discuss. And then we discuss schools as agent of education. So we have completed by now 2.2, 2.2.1, 2.2.2, these three topics. So next week we can start with home as an agency of education. Okay, I hope it is clear to you. It is the time now. Okay, we have 4 minutes more, but there's no point of starting a new lesson. Therefore, shall we wind up the session here? Okay, then good night and have a nice day.
Good night, madam. Thank you, madam.
Okay, welcome.